DenisDaily. From being one of the most popular Roblox gaming YouTubers in the 2010s to becoming one of those YouTubers who can barely hit 300,000 views per video. Along with his shorts barely being able to hit 50,000 views and some even barely even hitting 100,000 views. Was it because of the Pals incident, or was it because of the whole Growbux incident that happened in the year 2017? Today's video is going to be talking about why DenisDaily went from being one of the top Roblox YouTubers to falling out of relevancy. Now let's do a quick little introduction of who DenisDaily is, along where he came from. Now before Denis made his own YouTube channel in March of 2016, he would actually be in a friend group called the Pals that would start their own YouTube channel in the year of 2012, which would consist of 4 members originally. Denis, Alex, Sub, and Sketch, and there would be a 5th member who would join at a later date. But when the Pals were doing the YouTube channel, they would mostly play games like Roblox and Minecraft.
I saw a man, so I stabbed him about 84 times in the chest, but when I was done stabbing in my fit of rage, I realized that it was this beautiful construction worker.
Well, he's not quite dead yet.
It wouldn't be until March 10th, 2016 when Denis would make his own YouTube channel alongside with Alex, who would also make his own YouTube channel on the same day. And when Denis was posting videos on his YouTube channel, he was mostly doing Roblox gameplays, and this made it an instant success. After a few months, Denis would hit 100,000 subscribers, and by December of 2016, he would hit 1 million subscribers. Now, DenisDaily's success would actually be consisted of 2 things. Number 1, the game that he was playing, which was Roblox, and number 2, the audience, which were children, which made it more of a family-friendly channel. And unlike other YouTube channels at the time, which contained swearing and edgy humor like Markiplier and Jacksepticeye, and even channels that were more in the kid-friendly space like popular MMOs and Dan TDM, the relevancy of Minecraft alongside with the rise of Roblox were making DenisDaily's popularity much more successful, and this gave a lot of people a reason to trust DenisDaily, right?
I couldn't be more excited about today's video. Guys, I would like to introduce you to Growbux.
This is when DenisDaily realized that he had made a mistake on his YouTube channel. Because on September 25th, 2017, DenisDaily would promote a app/website that would be called Growbux. And this was apparently to get you free Robux by downloading apps and doing objectives. But instead, controversy happened. A ton of people accused DenisDaily for exploiting his younger audience for downloading malware/spyware, which would do more harm than good. It would get so bad to the point to where many Roblox developers had pointed out that he was violating the Roblox terms and services, and even was violating the COPPA guidelines. Denis would try to deny the allegations, and this would make it worse for him, as many people would start to hate DenisDaily for this reaction. Alongside, a couple of weeks later, DenisDaily would apologize for the Growbux incident, and in fact delete the original video that he would have posted for the Growbux incident. Even after the Growbux incident, Denis was still earning a decent amount of subscribers, and by 2019, Denis had earned 6 million subscribers at this point. But now I want to go back to talking about the Pals for a minute. As I said before, that there were 4 members of the Pals, along with saying that there was going to be a member who was going to join at a later date. And this member would not be one of everybody's favorite members of the Pals. And in fact, it would be proven in February of 2019 when an incident on Twitter would happen after a social interaction with a fan would end up going sour really quickly. And this controversy would actually go from being just a small interaction to being something that would get him kicked out of the Pals group. This member's name would be named Corl, and the way that he was treating the other members of the Pals was very disgusting, and it ended up having him kicked out of the Pals group after DenisDaily would announce on his YouTube channel that Corl would be kicked out of the group and they would be taking some time off from the Pals.
So I'm sure a lot of you have heard about what happened recently on Twitter regarding some statements that Corl made. When we saw what he said, we were all shocked and immediately contacted him just to see what was going on. We all strongly suggested that he apologize, and to be completely honest, guys, he was very rude to us in response. I guess he was upset that we weren't on his side and didn't see the situation through his eyes. He refused to apologize. He refused to see the situation from another perspective. And I just want you guys to know that this was not an easy decision for us to make. It's true, going forwards, Corl will no longer be a part of the Pals. He simply left the Discord, he went straight to Twitter, and then he started tweeting a bunch of things, a lot of which were about the Pals. And I know a lot of you guys probably don't want to hear this, but those tweets that he made, their whole purpose was to paint him as the victim. He wanted you guys to feel sorry for him. As for the future of the Pals channel, I'm sure a lot of you guys are wondering. For now, we'll be taking a temporary break from making videos, and we'll update you guys soon with how we choose to move forwards with things.
But take note, this was the very last time that the Pals would ever post a YouTube video on their YouTube channel. As in June of 2019, the channel would finally announce on a community post that they would no longer be as a group and focus on making other YouTube videos for their own YouTube channels in the future. In 2021, DenisDaily would hit 9 million subscribers, and this would be the final million that he would see. As the previous year before, in 2020, he started to see a bit of a drop off in views and subscribers, and this would consist for a few reasons. Number one, the relevancy of Roblox was starting to die off. It was also the audience that DenisDaily was also attracting as well, as it would mostly consist with children, but also the children who had watched him in the beginning of 2016 and 2017 at this point were starting to get older. One person who took the idea of his audience growing up older was DenisDaily. And he took it very well after he would say that we are not kids anymore and grew up with the channel along with the audience growing up as well.
Hello, how's it going? Today, July 14th, back in 2012, was the day that I created this channel, the Diamond Minecart, and the past decade, it's crazy. 10 years. You guys aren't kids anymore. We've all grown up together over the past 10 years.
It would also be at the point in 2021 when DenisDaily would suffer with mental health problems, but also say goodbye to Roblox for a temporary amount of time until December 2021. DenisDaily would come back to Roblox, and even though he did return to Roblox for his own gang, it didn't do really too much for the channel, and mostly been focusing on shorts and not really focusing on main channel videos. So what would I say is the conclusion for why DenisDaily had lost his relevance? It's mainly because of the video game that he was playing, which was Roblox, and the audience that he was originally attracting isn't really going to be looking up towards Roblox anymore. They're going to be looking up towards Among Us and other games like that. But even though DenisDaily had lost his relevance and stuff like that, if it wasn't for him, many people wouldn't have had the experience on YouTube if it wasn't without him and the game that he had played in the process. And even though he's been through a small bit of controversy, he still kept his reputation and the respect from the fans that he had earned in the long run. And even when he had lost the thing that he originally started off with, he ended up going into a lot bigger things even after the group Pals had departed. If you have something that's bigger than that, that's an amazing part of that. And I want to say thank you guys for watching.